TxStampin, Sharon. Whew, what a night. We are late going live, and I am so sorry. I have some new equipment. I bet I have practiced 100 times. When to go live for you guys? Nothing. I want to welcome everybody who is in my chat tonight. I am so glad you're here. I know that a lot of us were chatting ahead of time. I'm just double checking everything. If you'll give me just a moment, I want to see your chat. Yay, y'all are there. You know, I just kept telling myself, just breathe, just breathe. It's going to be okay. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mary Yates. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Ann. Hi, Shirley. How are you? Hello, Brenda. You did make it. Oh my goodness. Okay, just breathe. All right. It is Thursday, February the 3rd, and I am live at 7-ish p.m. You know, all I want to do is show y'all a card, right? Teach you something. But I have to learn all this technology stuff to make it happen. So we're just happy that we can be together and it's all going to be fine, right? So everybody can see me. You can hear me. Give me a comment in the chat. I just want to make sure that everything is good to go. Yeah, just breathe, says Ann. Whew, I'm telling you. Okay, we're going to have some fun tonight. I am super excited to show you guys this technique that I think I designed. I don't know. If you have ever seen this technique before, let me know in the chat if you're live with me. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments below. You're like, yeah, I've seen that. Well, I haven't. And I've been doing this for 24 years. So I was just kind of playing one day here in the studio. I was making this card and I was like, oh, what would happen if I did this? So you're going to see what's going to happen when I do that. So, okay. Yay, Marlene caught me live, loud and clear. Woohoo, I'm so glad. All right. Oh gosh, Virginia, she has me on the big screen. I'm on TV. Oh my gosh. Oh, she loves my blue color. It is a warm sweater because it is freezing in Central Texas. We have had ice all day, and I have been so worried that I wouldn't be able to go live because of the storm, not knowing that I wouldn't be able to go live because of my equipment. Oh gosh. Okay, so Denise in Dallas has been eyeing this stamp set. It is called Flowing Flowers, and it's a beautiful, distinctive type stamp. And when I got it, the first thing I said I wanted to do was to emboss with it. So that's what led me to tonight's technique. So Debbie says she can hear me. Vay says I'm a movie star. Okay. Mary Yates says she still doesn't see me. Uh-oh. Everybody else can, right? Mary, check your connections. Maybe go out, come back in. Thank you, Anna, for sharing. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, guys, whenever you see a fun technique or a fun idea, share it with your friends, because if you have Stampin' friends, they want to know this too. So if it's something that you're, you see my table? Oh my gosh. See? Here I am just talking to the screen and y'all can't see my face. You know what? It's all good. It's all good. So you have seen the card. Oh my goodness. See, you said you loved the blue. I thought you were talking about my shirt. See? Hey, I dressed for the card. I didn't even realize that. That's too funny. Now I'm visible. I see you now. It's all good. Okay. All right. I think we've had enough foolishness. I think it's time to go back to our card and let's talk about our project. Oh my. All right. Flowing Flowers. I've already told you about it, so you guys have already seen it. We are going to be doing some embossing tonight, and I want to make sure, what address do I use to send a card to Sharon? Well, that is so sweet of you that you want to send me a card. Let's see. How can you get my address? If you will contact me below the video, I will send you my address. It will, oh gosh, I will be happy to tell you my address. It will take you to my blog, and it's a secure link. I have Michelle Batson on with us tonight. She is my moderator. She helps me, and Lord, am I glad she's here, because I cannot do these lives without her. I'm not even sure if I should be doing lives with with me trying to learn technology, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to pick up my card, and I want you to try to see if you see some extra texture. Oh, Mary Yates says it's on the blog. And Michelle has put in my blog in the comment for you guys to go over there and do that. Isn't it on your blog or Facebook page? I don't know if I have my address posted anywhere. I really don't. Oh, Mallory says, this works great. Have this stamp set, but haven't used it yet. Well, you're going to tonight, after tonight, okay? So if you can see the texture, this is the new technique that I'm calling it. And for those of you who are doing my technique classes each month, I'm going to throw this in as a bonus, because tonight you're watching how to do it, but then I'm going to add it to a sheet in the February technique class so that you can print it out and put it in your album. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me just grab it really quick. Next Thursday night, I will have a technique class, and you will learn 5 techniques. And we're going to add this one as a 6th one, just a bonus for you to put in your book so that you'll remember it, okay? Now, I do have a free download. Hello, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. Who else is getting this winter storm? Well, I know we're getting it in Texas. Oh, there you go, Michelle. If you have received a catalog from me, my address is on there. There you go. Terry says it is on my website. Well, look at that. I don't even know. Okay. I have a free download for you guys after the live. Don't go anywhere right now. You got to stay with me. At 8:00 p.m., there will be a free download with the measurements and instructions for this card so that you don't forget it. But like I said, if you are in my technique class, I'm going to give it to you in the right format as well. Okay. All right. Oh, Gail says it's almost 10 inches in Michigan. Y'all have had that much snow? Oh boy. Well, it's supposed to be 19 tonight. So all the ice and rain that we had today, it's all going to freeze. So it's going to be awful. All right, let's get started. Okay. So I have a piece of Misty Moonlight, and look how well it matches my sweater. So fun. All right, I am going to be doing some embossing, and I want to talk to you about the heat gun a little bit before I actually turn it on, just to make sure that you hear everything that I am going to tell you. All right. So the heat gun, the Stampin' Up heat gun, has 2 settings: low, high. I'm going to need to turn it on high to get my embossing powder heated. Okay. I am going to stop it at a certain point when I go to do the separate part of the technique that I was telling you about. So I forgot to tell you guys, if you have a question, make sure you do the @ and type Michelle Batson's name so that she doesn't miss your question. She is awesome, but sometimes, you know, some of these comments come in so quick. So we want to make sure that we get your question answered. Okay, first I'm going to use what is called an Embossing Buddy. Stampin' Up used to sell these. If you don't have one, go make one. You can take a sock, just a little cotton sock, put some cornstarch or baby powder in it, tie a knot, and then you can do the same thing. This is basically just taking out the embossing powder, taking the static out of our cardstock, especially with my heater going, you know, because it's so cold. We just want to make sure that that we get all that static out. Nicole says, here in East Texas, most people prepared for an awful winter storm due to the hype of the news. It was literally nothing here. Nicole, I am so glad to hear that because my daughter lives in Gilmer. And so that makes me happy that it didn't hit as hard as what they thought it was going to. All right, so we're going to use our Versamark pad first. Look how pretty new that is. I treated myself to a new pad because mine had seen better days. But you know what? I didn't throw away that one. I'm using that one to get any excess ink. You know, sometimes you go to clean your stamp and there might be still a little bit of residue. I've been using it to keep it, keep my new one clean. I want to point one thing out. When I got this stamp set, it had a lot of excess rubber. Don't be afraid to take your scissors and cut off that excess rubber if it's getting in your way. And mine was bothering me. It was leaving, I call it trash. It was leaving a little mark because the Versamark pad is pretty juicy and it was getting in my way. So these are your stamps. You can take a pair of scissors and cut that off. Back in the olden days, you know, I told you guys I've been doing this for 24 years. Back in the olden days, they did not come die cut like this. We had to sit down and cut out each stamp. Can you imagine doing that now? We're so spoiled. All right, we're going to do our stamping. Stella says, no snow in Arizona. Well, Arizona does get snow though sometimes, doesn't it, Stella? All right, so we're going to do that one and we're going to switch stamps and we're going to use the other one. I love, love, love this stamp set. It is so delicate and so pretty. I'm just going to fill up our Misty Moonlight. Let's see, let's go up here. And then we're going to come down here. Yeah, I was on the live chat with the company and they were helping me get set up. And I was like, oh, what do I do? And then my friend Susan was on the phone with me. We were trying to get it figured out. So isn't it nice to have online support, online help when you need it? All right, I'm going to bring this one back in. Cynthia says she remembers having to cut her stamps as a demonstrator. We used to have to cut them all up. See, Deborah remembers trimming her rubber stamps. Can y'all imagine doing that now? We are so spoiled. All right, we're going to close up our Versamark pad because we do not want any emboss powder in there. Now, when you buy the emboss powder now, it comes, they call it the basics. So it has the white, the clear, and the black. So you can't just buy on my website just the white anymore. But hey, you're going to use those other ones, so it's all good, and they're going to last forever. Well, hello, Cheryl Thompson. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Oh, gosh, you got at least 10 inches of snow as well. You know, I don't know. Ice is not good. You know, Texas just closes down when we get ice. All right, so we're going to pour our embossing powder all over. I am shocked that after my crazy start to the live, how calm I am. Okay. Flip it around. Make sure we got everything covered. There we go. We're going to give it a good tap on the back to get any excess off. Hello, Lavina. How are you? You're off to cook dinner, huh? All right. I want to make sure that I got up here. Okay. Now I'm going to move this over here, but we're going to use that again. Okay. Barbie says she wants some snow. I feel you. I would like some snow too. I would rather have snow than ice. Ugh, don't like ice. Okay, so now I'm going to turn on my heat gun and I'm going to emboss all of this and then I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to talk to you a little bit, okay? Y'all just chat amongst yourselves. Lala's has never done embossing yet? Oh, girlfriend, you don't know what you're missing. Yes, you do, Lala's. You need to try it. It's so pretty. Mary Kate says it's fun watching it melt. Okay, so you always want to check and make sure, is everything melted? Nope, right there it's not. Okay, so the reason that I came up with my little technique, the center of the flowers has some boldness to it, and I wanted more boldness, plus I wanted more texture, okay? So I'm gonna turn the heat gun back on, and I am going to sprinkle a little bit of my powder, and then I'm gonna heat it again, okay? Now I gotta turn the heat gun back on, get this to melt again so that my powder will stick to where I want it, okay? Y'all watch. Margaret says it's a beautiful card already. Thank you. So it might be a little bit messy, but it's okay. Now I'm going to do it again. Okay. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's the only mess I have. So it's not bad. All right. That's why they make these. You know, you're supposed to dust your furniture, but this just gets my emboss powder off. And look how pretty. Can y'all see that? So pretty. Okay. We have done the hard part. So now we're going to put this card together. You can also take and just wipe off just to make sure you don't have any extra emboss powder on there. Okay, where's my, let me get my silicone mat. Let's get this started. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. Yay, Mallory loves it. You know, embossing is just elegant. It just adds a step of elegance to your card, no matter what you're using. If it's white, if it's silver. Okay, we're going to put our greeting on. And this is just like 1 inch by, I think, 2 3/4. That's why I give y'all those free downloads. So I don't have to remember all of the measurements. Because when you go live, sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking and sometimes you forget things. But anyway, all right, so we're going to stamp happy birthday. We're going to close this up. Samantha Kinnaman once asked, would work with embossing pen as well. Samantha, girlfriend, I don't have an embossing pen, so I can't answer that question. Why don't you give it a try and let me know? I don't know. Thank you, Anna. I'm glad you love my card. Virginia, it's just elegant. So I chose not to mat my sentiment layer, and you can decide where you want to put it. So let's look at my sample. On my sample, I put it down here, but I could put it over here. I could put it in the middle. Let's just put it in the middle. Since we're live, we can do whatever we want, right? Hello, Cheryl. I'm glad you made it. Okay, so I did just stick this straight down. I did not add dimensionals. You could if you wanted to, but we're just gonna add this straight down. This way it'll make it very easy to mail. We don't have to worry about a bulky card. There we go. We are done. How's that? Okay, Barbie has an embossing pen. She's gonna try it on a sample. Perfect, Barbie. Let me know. Okay, so I have some other cards to share with you using that stamp set, okay? Wouldn't this be pretty to have like a couple of these, bundle them up and give them as a gift? Now, I want to talk about this card some. I want to share with you a way to actually color that stamp because it is all one stamp. So if you ink up the whole thing in Misty Moonlight, you're going to have a blue flower, blue leaves. If you ink up the whole thing in Pale Papaya, you're going to have pale papaya leaves. So I'm going to walk you through what to do. So I have a scrap piece of basic white. I think I still have some embossing powder. It feels gritty. Now, I do need to clean my stamp first because I used Versamark on it. And by the way, this is the cheapest washer and dryer you guys will ever buy. This is the Stampin Scrub, and I love to use it to clean my stamps because I can wash and dry. When I used to do classes for kids, I would say, now you need to wash and dry so you don't make Miss Sharon cry. In other words, you're going to muddy up my stamp pads. Okay, let's put that up. All right, so we have a good clean stamp. And so I'm going to use Pale Papaya and Cinnamon Cider to color my image. And then you could either use sponge daubers. Sandy Armstrong also has an embossing pen. I found sometimes it is hard to get in small areas. Ah, good to know. Good to know. But I'm going to use the Stampin' Right markers. I think since the Stampin' Blends have come out, the Stampin' Right markers, which are water-based, haven't gotten as much love. So I think you guys need to pull out your markers and don't be afraid to use them on your stamps. All right. Samantha says, I would link them, but they aren't Stampin' Up, so don't want to do that on. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that, Samantha. Okay, so I'm going to open up my pale papaya, and I'm going to use my ink pad, and I'm only going to do the flower. Okay, now if your ink pads are too juicy and this distinctive stamp doesn't show a good image, you can always take a spoon and push that ink down. Okay, that will help you get a really good image with these distinctive stamps. Okay, so we've done that. And so now I'm going to take my cinnamon cider and I am going to add a little bit of color to the center with a sponge dauber. And I'm going to make sure that I got my whole stamp. We're going to get pale papaya back. I want to make sure that I got my whole stamp inked. My whole flower inked, rather. Sorry. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. So now we're going to take our marker and we're going to color our leaves. I don't think I got all of that flower. Let me look. We're pretty close. Okay. Y'all who've watched me before, you know I have a little hot air. This is all water-based, and I want to make sure that it is good and moist. I want my ink to wake back up because it kind of dries as you're working with it. So I'm just exhaling on it, and then I'm going to stamp. And I'm going to hold it there for just a few seconds. Yep, I missed part of that flower, but that's okay. All right, so let me show you a perfect one. Sandy says she would use a Stamparatus in case she needed to restamp. Good point. But yeah, I was afraid I didn't catch that whole flower, but that's okay. You guys get the message. I wanted you to know how you can do a stamp that really needs to be two different colors, but it's all one stamp. So yeah, the Stamparatus is perfect for fixing that boo-boo. Cynthia is making Valentines with flowers and she will try it later. Awesome. Okay, are we done? Wow, that went by fast, didn't it? All right, let me show you my cards one more time. And I want to thank those who were here for the first part of the live and for anybody watching the replay that you actually hung in there with me while I had my technical issues. You know, I really appreciate your support. It really makes me happy to know that you're just patiently waiting. Okay, I am back and I see my face everywhere. So I know I have the right camera on. Yay, thank you, Shirley. I'm glad you love my cards. If you do not have flowing flowers, say that 3 times fast. I hope that you will get it because it is an elegant stamp. And like I said, when I first got the stamp set or when I went to go buy it, I was like, I'm going to emboss with that. That's what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do. So, okay, I will be back on Monday for Mystery Monday stamping. If you have not joined us for Mystery Monday stamping, come by on Monday, watch, check it out, see what you think, and then I bet you'll be back the following Monday and make a card and play along with us. I'll be back next Thursday night here live at 7 p.m. Central to show you 5 different techniques And I'm going to practice a lot between now and then to make sure I have all my equipment the way it's supposed to be. Yay, you guys loved it. Thank you. And Sandy says, Mystery Monday is so fun. Yes, it is. And by the way, speaking of techniques, anyone who places an order that's $50 or more on my website, you can find the link below. I will be sending you the 6 technique tutorials, 5 new next Thursday, the one we did tonight. So you will get those free after my live class. So yeah, if you you're like, well, I really like that stamp set she did, and I think I might get it. So I get the techniques for free. So, okay, thank you guys so much. Everybody, please stay safe. Oh wait, what did Sandy say? If you need if went by too fast, Sandy. If I need help with my technical issues, is that what you were saying? Hold on, let me look. Let's see. Just scrolling. I can't find it. I saw what you said, Sandy, and now I can't find. Oh, here, if you need a test person, I volunteer for your equipment. I appreciate that. Thank you. See, aren't stampers the best? You guys are willing to help me, and I really appreciate it because today I needed help, didn't I? All right, guys. Happy stamping, and I'll see you next week. Bye.